Hidden just below the flight deck of America's strongest warships is a level of power that can reshape any war in a matter of minutes. The USS Gerald R. Ford is not just a ship. It is a moving weapons platform built to dominate the modern battlefield. One single strike mission launched from this carrier can deliver more destructive force than entire bombing campaigns from World War II. These ships do not simply show strength, they are strength. Each carrier costs around $13 billion. Each one carries enough firepower to destroy entire cities if fully unleashed. The aircraft parked on its deck can carry weapons with nuclear-level impact. The launch systems can send jets into combat so fast that enemies have little time to react. Once you understand what these ships truly carry, it becomes clear why rival nations invest massive resources just to figure out how to sink one. The scale alone is shocking. The United States operates 11 of the most advanced aircraft carriers ever built. Each one functions like a floating city. More than 5,000 sailors live and work on a single carrier. When all carriers deploy, over 55,000 personnel operate at sea at the same time. But raw numbers are not what make these ships terrifying. The true strength lies in the weapons they deploy and how quickly they can strike. At the center of every carrier's power is its air wing. The newest Ford-class carriers can launch up to 160 combat missions in a single day. That means one ship can send 160 attack runs against targets hundreds of miles away. Few nations on Earth can deliver that level of firepower in an entire week. All of it comes from a single moving platform at sea. This ability to strike anywhere, at any time, is what defines American naval dominance. The most advanced aircraft flying from these decks today is the F-35 Lightning II. This fifth-generation stealth fighter represents a massive leap forward in air combat. Each jet costs more than $80 million, but its value in battle goes far beyond money. Its stealth design makes it extremely difficult to detect on radar. Its sensor systems collect and combine data from the entire battlefield. Pilots often see threats long before enemies know they have been detected. What truly alarms America's rivals is the weapons it can carry. The F-35 is capable of delivering missiles with nuclear-level destructive power if required. Alongside the F-35, another aircraft continues to play a critical role. The F/A-18 Super Hornet remains the backbone of carrier aviation. These jets are highly flexible and combat-proven. In a single mission, they can engage enemy fighters and strike ground targets. They carry precision-guided bombs, Maverick missiles, and Sidewinder air-to-air weapons. Each Super Hornet also includes a powerful 20mm cannon that can tear through aircraft and vehicles with ease. Reliable, adaptable, and deadly, these jets remain essential to carrier operations. In recent years, carriers gained a new and dangerous weapon. The AIM-174B missile entered service and changed long-range air combat. This missile is based on the proven SM-6 design. It allows carrier-based fighters to engage enemy aircraft at extreme distances. Pilots who believe they are safe far away from the fight may suddenly face missiles traveling at hypersonic speed. The engagement range has expanded so far that enemies may never even see the aircraft that attacks them. The power of a carrier does not stop with aircraft. The launch systems themselves are a major advantage. The Ford-class introduced electromagnetic aircraft launch systems known as EMALs. Unlike older steam catapults, EMALs uses precise electromagnetic force. This reduces stress on aircraft while delivering greater launch power. Jets can take off carrying heavier weapon loads. They can return, reload, and launch again much faster. This system increases sortie rates and keeps pressure on the enemy without pause. Weapon handling below deck is just as important. Ford-class carriers use 12 advanced weapons elevators. Older carriers had only 3. These elevators use electromagnetic motors to move large quantities of bombs and missiles from storage to the flight deck in minutes. What once took hours can now be done rapidly. Aircraft can land, reload, and relaunch with deadly speed. This constant cycle keeps strikes flowing without interruption. The true danger comes from how all these systems work together. The E-2D Advanced Hawkeye acts as the eyes of the entire strike group. This airborne radar aircraft can detect enemy planes and missiles hundreds of miles away. It controls the battle from the sky. It guides friendly fighters, manages intercepts, and directs strike missions toward targets. When enemies attempt to disrupt communications, another aircraft takes over. The EA-18G Growler specializes in electronic warfare. It can jam enemy radar, block communications, and disrupt air defense networks. Entire systems can be shut down without firing a single missile. Enemies are left blind and confused while American aircraft strike with precision. This electronic dominance often decides battles before they truly begin. Defense is just as critical as offense. Aircraft carriers are protected by multiple layers of weapons. The Phalanx close-in weapon system is the final line of defense. This rapid-fire 20mm Gatling gun fires thousands of rounds per minute. It creates a wall of metal designed to destroy incoming missiles at close range. The white dome on the carrier's deck hides one of the most effective defensive systems ever built. Beyond that, the Sea Sparrow missile system intercepts fast and highly maneuverable threats. Rolling airframe missiles add another layer, using both radar and infrared guidance to track targets. These systems work together to stop missiles before they ever reach the ship. Radar technology ties everything together. Ford-class carriers use advanced radar arrays capable of tracking hundreds of targets at once. These systems do more than detect threats. They manage battles. They guide defensive missiles, coordinate intercepts, and monitor the sea and air in every direction. Objects as small as a submarine periscope can be detected from great distances. Modern threats require modern answers. In recent deployments, carrier groups introduce new counter-drone systems. Coyote and Roadrunner systems can destroy small enemy drones without wasting expensive missiles. This approach keeps defenses efficient while maintaining full protection. The future of carrier aviation is moving toward unmanned systems. The Navy is developing collaborative combat aircraft. These unmanned fighters will operate alongside piloted jets. They can perform dangerous missions without risking human life. Some will focus on air combat. Others will strike deep targets or gather intelligence. A single carrier could deploy dozens of these systems, greatly expanding its reach. Directed energy weapons are also coming. The Ford class generates far more electrical power than older carriers. This allows future installation of high-energy lasers. These weapons can destroy drones and missiles at the speed of light. Threats could be eliminated instantly without ammunition limits. Another breakthrough is the MQ-25 Stingray. This unmanned tanker refuels aircraft in mid-air. It extends the range of carrier-based fighters dramatically. Missions that once required multiple carriers can now be handled by one. All of these systems are connected through integrated fire control networks. Sensors, weapons, ships, and aircraft share information instantly. A target spotted by a satellite can be engaged by a missile launched from a fighter guided by a destroyer's radar. The entire strike group functions as one system. Escort ships add even more power. Destroyers carry advanced missiles capable of intercepting aircraft, missiles, ships, and even ballistic threats. Submarines provide stealth and underwater dominance. They launch cruise missiles and hunt enemy submarines long before they approach the carrier. Training makes all of this possible. Carrier crews train constantly, day and night, in calm seas and storms. They practice under extreme pressure so that real combat feels familiar. Maintenance teams keep thousands of systems running. Supply ships deliver fuel, weapons, and parts to keep carriers operational anywhere on Earth. Real-world operations have proven their effectiveness. Carrier groups have defended against missile and drone attacks while striking enemy launch sites. The results speak clearly. These weapons work. Beyond physical destruction, there is psychological power. When a carrier strike group arrives, enemies know what follows. Often the presence alone stops conflicts before they begin. This is deterrence through strength. These ships represent decades of engineering and innovation. They are operated by volunteers who master some of the most complex systems ever built. Together, they form the most powerful naval force in history. Future weapons will only increase this advantage. Hypersonic missiles, artificial intelligence, and space-based sensors will push capabilities even further. These carriers do not just win battles, they prevent wars. That is the real power of America's carrier-based weapons. They make aggression too costly to attempt. They protect allies, they preserve stability, and they ensure that freedom remains secure on the world's oceans.